Hello students and welcome back to the second part of equation in variable lesson number 12. We have already started with the lesson. We have seen what are equations, what is one variable equation and two variable equations. We have also seen the examples and solved practice set 12.1. If you are having any query regarding it, you may go through the first video which is there in the channel already and understand the part. Today we will study the next part, that those are the worded problems. Now once we know how to solve the equations in one variable, now we will see how to form the equations first and then solve it. For that, a very simple equation, a very simple worded problem has been given to you all. Let us first solve those things and understand how equations have to be phrased when statements are given. Let's learn how the information given in the word problem can be converted into an algebraic expression using variable. Now here, my age is x years. So let us consider our age as x years. The first is, my friend's age is 5 more than half of, this is very difficult one. First let us see father's age. My father's age is 32 years more than my age. Father's age is equal to dash years. Now what have they told? Father's age is 32 years more. So if my age is x, father's age will be x plus 32. Correct? Because my age plus father's age. So it is x plus 32. So in this bracket you will write x plus 32. The second is, my grandmother's age is 10 more than 4 times my age. Therefore, grandmother's age is 4x plus 10 years. How has 4x plus 10 years come? How much is grandmother's age? 4 times my age. 4 times means 4 multiplied. So we are having 4x and plus 10. So 4x plus 10 years is his grandmother's age. Let us see sister's age. My sister's age is 4 less than my age. Therefore, sister's age is, what is given as 4 less than my age. And therefore, if it is 4 less, the equation will be x minus 4. My mother's age is 3 times my age. 3 times means 3 multiplied. So, mother's age will be 3 times his age, 3 into x, that is 3x. The same way, let us see my friend's age now. My friend's age is 5 more than half of my age. Half of my age will indicate x upon 2. Okay? Half is anything divided by 2 will give you its half. So half, my friend's age is 5 more. So 5 more. So plus 5. Equation will be x upon 2 plus 5 years. I hope children this you have understood how to form equations when it is given into words. How to form an algebraic expression with variables when it is a worded problem, when it is a statement. Now let us start with the practice set. Once you have understood how to form algebraic expressions using worded or words or statements, you may go through the solved examples, or first I will explain practice set 12.2. Go through the practice set, complete it in your notebook and then try to solve the solved examples. Once you understand these problems, solved examples will be very easy for you all. I want you all to write the solved examples also in your notebook along with the practice set. Let us start the practice at 12.2. Mother is 25 years older than her son. Find son's age if after 8 years, ratio of son's age to mother's age will be 4 upon 9. Let us see the solution now. You will copy the question in the notebook and then write solution. Let the son's present age be x years. As they've given, let us consider the son's present age as x years. Mother is 25 years older than her son. If she is 25 years older than her son, then mother's present age will be x plus 25 years. After 8 years, that means 8 should be added to both their years. So we will write son's age will be x plus 8 years and mother's age will be x plus 25 plus 8. Her already age was x plus 25. Now since after 8 years it has come, so we are adding 8 also. 25 plus 8 becomes 33. So her age after 8 years will be x plus 33 years. From the given condition, son's age upon mother's age is equal to 4 upon 9. This ratio is already given in the question, so we are just substituting the ratio or the worded sum into the ratio format. Son's age is how much? X plus 8 upon x plus 33, that is mother's age, is equal to 4 upon 9. Now we know how to solve the equations. Let us cross multiply. 9 goes with x plus 8 and x plus 33 goes with 4. So 9 bracket x plus 8 and 4 in bracket x plus 33. Let us now multiply. 9 into x becomes 9x, 9 into 8 becomes 72. 4x are 4x, 4 into x is 4x, and 4 into 33 becomes 132. Taking all the like terms together, 9x as here as it is, and 4x when goes on the left hand side becomes minus 4x, 132 as it is, plus 72 becomes minus 72. 9 minus 4 is 5x is equal to 132 minus 70 will give us 60. So x is equal to, now let us divide 60 upon 5. That comes up to x is equal to 12, because 5 ones are and 5 12s are. So x is equal to 12. And what was x considered as? It was the son's present age. Therefore, answer you will write it as the son's present age is 12 years, and that is what we were supposed to find. Now let us go to the next question. The next question is, the denominator of a fraction is greater than its numerator by 12. If the numerator is decreased by 2 and the denominator is increased by 7, the new fraction is equivalent with 1 upon 2. Find the fraction. First, let us consider the numerator and the denominator. Let us consider the numerator as x minus 7. Okay, instead of directly considering x is 7, let us first write, let the numerator of the fraction be x. The denominator of the fraction is greater than its numerator by 12. If it is greater, this becomes x plus 12. So the fraction we are having here is x upon x plus 12. Later in the question they have given the numerator is decreased by 2. Numerator is decreased by 2. Therefore, we are having new numerator as x minus 2. The denominator is increased by 7. So, the new denominator now here is, if it is increased means plus. So, x plus 12, which was the original one, plus 7 is equal to x. 12 plus 7 is 19. So, we are having x plus 19. For the given condition, it is x minus 2 upon x plus 19 is equal to 1 upon 2. Let us cross multiply this. 2 goes with x minus 2 and 1 goes with x plus 19. 2 into x is 2x, 2 2 is 4 is equal to x plus 19. Taking all the like terms together, we have 2x here. This plus x becomes minus x and 19 minus 4 becomes plus 4. So we have 2x minus x is equal to 19 plus 4. Now 2x minus x is equal to x and 19 plus 4 is equal to 23. Yeah, x is equal to 23 and x plus 12 is equal to 23 plus 12, that is 35. Original fraction that we had got was x upon x plus 12, that is 23 upon 35. So the fraction is 23 upon 35. I hope you've understood this question. Now let us see the third question. The ratio of the weight of copper and zinc in brass is 13:7. Find the weight of the zinc in a brass utensil weighing 700 gram. What they've told us that the ratio of copper to zinc is 13:7. We have to find it in a utensil which has a weight of 700 gram. So let us write solution. The ratio of the weights of copper and zinc in brass is 13:7. This is given to us. Let the weight of the copper be 13x. Since copper was first, so 13 will go with x. And the weight of zinc, that is later, that is 7. So 7x is equal to 7x gram. From the given condition, addition of both this should be 700. So 13x plus 7x is equal to 700. 13 plus 7 is 20x is equal to 700. Keeping this x here as it is, 20 goes and divides. And when you divide this with 700 divided by 20, you get the answer as 35. The weight of the zinc is 7x. We had considered it as 7x and x value is 35. So we will write 7 into 35, that is 245 gram. Answer: the weight of zinc in brass utensil is 245 gram. Once children you understand the question and you form the equation out of it, then solving of equation is not difficult. The only important thing is to form an algebraic expression. You read the question properly and only then you'll be able to write the correct equations. The fourth question is, find 3 consecutive whole numbers whose sum is more than 45 but less than 54. Now what does consecutive numbers means? Consecutive numbers means which come one after the other, like 1, 2, 3, 4. These are consecutive numbers. We have to find 3 consecutive numbers whose addition is 45 but not less than 54. So let us write solution. The difference between the consecutive whole numbers is 1. Alright. So let the 3 consecutive whole numbers be first x, then x plus 1 and x plus 2. Now we know x plus 1 and x plus 2 should be greater than 45. Right? The addition should be greater than 45. Here it is given more than 45 but not less than 54. So when we add this 1, x, x and x, there are all 3x, so we write it as 3x, and 1 plus 2 is 3. So 3x plus 3 is greater than 45. Let us take this 3 on the other side. 3x is greater than 45 minus 3. 45 minus 3 is how much? 42. So 3x is greater than 42. Let us keep this x here as it is. Divide by 3, 42. The answer comes as x greater than 14. So if x is greater than 14, the numbers are 14, 15 and 16. Like 14 is x is equal to 14, that is the first number. X is more than 14. So if more than 14, which is the first number coming as 15. So x is equal to 15. The second number will be x plus 1, that is 15 plus 1 will give us 16. And the third number will be x plus 2, that is 15 plus 2 will give as 17. This is one condition. And in the other condition what they've told it was the 3 consecutive numbers but not less than 54. This sign indicates not less than 54. So once again we'll write x, x plus 1, x plus 2 less than 54. We are having 3x, so 3x plus 3 is less than 54. Let us take this 3 on the other side, becomes minus 3. So 3x is equal to 51. Now let us divide 51 by 3. The answer is 17. If x is smaller than 17, then the number should be 16. If the first number is x is equal to 16, the next will be x plus 1, that is 16 plus 1 as 17, and x plus 2, that is 16 plus 2 as 18. So in this case, when it is less than 54, the numbers are 16, 17 and 18. And in case when it is more than 45, the numbers are 15, 16 and 17. Copy this question as it is, and now let us see the fifth question. Now let us see the fifth question. In a 2-digit number, the digit at its 10th place is twice the digit at its units place. If the number obtained by interchanging the digit is added to the original number, the number is 60. The sum of the number is 66. Find the original number. Now here children, first we should be clear with what is digits, units number and what is tens number. Units and tens, I hope you all remember. We have hundreds, tens and units. So number at units place, the number at tens place. This is what is given in the question. So let the digit at the units place be x. Number at the units place be x. The digit at the tens place is twice the digit at the units place. If this is x, then how much would this be? Twice means 2x. So we are writing the digit at the tens place is 2x. The number is equal to 10 into 2x, that is How 10? Because it is tens place. So we'll write 10 into 2x. That is 10 into 2x plus x twice is equal to 10 into 2 is 20x plus x will give you 21x. This is my first equation. The number obtained by interchanging the digits. When I interchange this, the number at tens place will be x. Now here x will come and in place of unit 2x will come. Correct? After interchanging. X at tens place and 2x at units place. The new number will be 2x plus 10x plus 2x is equal to 12x. Addition of this. So 10x plus 2 will give me 12x. This is my second equation. From the given condition, 21x plus 12x is equal to 66. What they told, addition of both this is equal to 66. So 21x plus 12x is equal to 66. Now 21 plus 12 gives me 33x is equal to 33x is equal to 66. Let this x be here. 33 goes and divides. So 66 upon 33, the answer comes as 2. So I can write the number is 21x is equal to, the number which we considered was as 21x, so is equal to 21 into 2 is equal to 42. Therefore, answer, the original number is 42. Children, the fifth question is a bit different one. So I want you to see the video once, twice, thrice till you understand and make the concept clear. Now we will see the sixth question. Now pay attention for the sixth question. Some ticket of rupees 200 and some of 100 of a drama was sold at a theatre. The number of tickets of 200 sold was 20, more than the number of tickets of 100. The total amount received by the theatre by sale of ticket was 37,000. Find the number of rupees 100 tickets sold. Now when you go at the theatre, according to the seats available, we have different amount for the seats. So here they are having 200 and 100. We have to they have told us for 200 how much they've sold, how many tickets. We have to find out for 100 how many tickets have been sold if the total amount received was 37,000. So solution, let the number of rupees 100 tickets sold be x. Since we have to find for 100 rupees, we will consider that as x. The number of tickets for 200 sold was 20, more than the number of tickets of rupees 100 sold. Therefore, the number of rupees 200 tickets sold will be 20 more than 100, and we have considered 100 as x. So x plus 20. This is it clear? How come x plus 20? X is number of tickets for 100 plus 20 because 20 was more. The amount received by the sale of ticket is rupees 100x plus 200 x plus 20. 100x because 100 tickets were sold. 100 rupees tickets were x number, and for 200 is x plus 20. Amount should be 37,000. So now let us equate this equation as 100x plus 200 in bracket x plus 20 is equal to 37,000. 100x remains as it is. They have divided the complete equation by 100 to reduce it. So after dividing equation completely by 100, this 100 and denominator gets cancelled, or you are having only x plus 200 upon 100 becomes 2 x plus 20, and when you divide this with 100, 2 zeros cancelled, you have just 370 remaining. Now let us open the bracket. X plus 2 into x is 2x, 2 into 20 is 40 is equal to 370. Let us take this 40 on the other side, becomes 3x minus 3x is equal to 370 minus 40. After subtraction, the answer is 330. Divide this with 3, you get the answer as 110, that is 110. Therefore, you can write the answer as the number of rupees 100 tickets sold were 110. Now, question number 7, 8, 9 and 10 have been reduced for this year. So, for explanation for those questions, I won't give you all. I want you to copy all the 6 questions in the notebook. After copying this, try to solve the solved sums, understand them, because even those questions can come in the exams. Copy this part in your books and complete your notebooks. We have completed the lesson, and we will stop for today. The next part we will see next time. The next lesson we'll see in the next session. Keep watching. If for reference, you may even see the earlier videos which are given in the list. Thank you so much.